Well, today is my pleasure to speak to a true icon in Montserrat history, the most accomplished cricketer on the island, and it is a pleasure today to speak to Mr. Jim Allen. How are you today, Jim?
Not bad, not bad, not bad. It's a pleasure.
So I want to go back a little bit and ask about your beginnings in cricket. Can you remember what age you were when you first became interested in cricket?
My first interest came in cricket when at school, all started school. And then after school, I made the Montserrat team at the age of 18 years old. 18 years old. And then it continued from there.
Okay. Now, you had an older brother, George. He was 2 years older than you.
That's right.
Was he a big influence in you taking on cricket, or did you already know that you were good at it?
Well, I wouldn't say very good at it. It was my village that was good at it.
Harris's?
Harris's, of course. And, it all started from there and blossomed.
Okay.
But, when he first made the Montserrat team in front of me, and then the Lions team in front of me, and just blossomed from there.
Okay, okay. When did you realize that you were really good at it?
Actually, I didn't realize I was good at it because once you come from the country, you don't really know how good you really are until you know that it's good you're already playing. That's what I'm saying. So it just comes that I just keep playing cricket, that's all, and just keep on going.
Yeah. So you were doing it for the love of the game?
Just to love it, and even the love of the game is just something that it was a country, because we had no other sports besides cricket.
Right.
You understand? There was no football, there was netball, nothing of the kind. So it was just cricket morning, noon and night.
Yes, yes. Now you come from a big family. Did your father play cricket?
Very good question. He left me at a tender age of maybe 6, 7, so I would know if he
Okay.
was a real sportsman. I would know.
Right. But growing up in Harris's, cricket, you had a big cricket field right there in the middle of Harris's. So everybody kind of just grew up playing cricket there.
Right there, everything was right in Harris's, right there.
Okay. So you said that your brother George made Montserrat's team before you.
That's right.
Okay, and then you followed afterwards.
I followed after.
Did you feel like you had to kind of compete with him, in a way?
No, I don't think so. I don't think I had to compete. If I should put it this way, when you say compete, we were two different cricketers, if I should simply put it this way. He was an all-rounder and I was actually coming up, I didn't realize what I really was anyway.
Yes, yes.
I was playing cricket and I was just playing cricket as well.
Yes, yes. So, but you had that natural talent, and that's why I asked you earlier, when did you realize you were that good? That you were better than everybody else. When was it, when you joined the Montserrat team, or was it before that?
Very good question. At that age, I didn't realize it was really talent, natural talent. Going back then, I thought it was just wanted to play for Montserrat, but not real talent. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It took me a while before I get to realize it was real talent. You know what I'm saying? And then even going back, I'm now going back now. Thinking if what I really used to do coming up then, it was real talent. You know what I'm saying?
Right. You were just playing. You were just
playing.
Just playing.
Not realizing it was natural talent. You know what I'm saying?
Did you have any kind of mentor back then, a coach or anybody like that who really helped you along the way?
Another very important question, because when you look at it these days, and in those days, in my coming up, we had no coaches, especially in country. Sometimes we don't even know how to hold the ball. You just go and bowl and just do all. They don't know coach at all. And even when I went on into when we make the Montserrat cricket team and so on, there was no coaches.
No coaches?
No coaches at all.
What about in school, no? Wow.
You just do thing. We didn't even have something that you used to pads and this kind of stuff that we didn't know because are wearing now. You just we didn't even have gloves.
Yes.
We just do all thing.
Right. Now, before you made the Montserrat team, had you ever gone to Sturge Park to watch a match before you made the team?
No. In them days, man, you couldn't. Each country coming from me.
Right. Yes. Yeah.
And the people who asked me in them days, really, what the tourist back was all about. No idea.
You never used to go down there?
You couldn't. You couldn't go to the country.
You were in the country?
You couldn't go to the country.
The reason I asked that is because I wanted to know if you had if you idolize anybody I think in the 60s you had like Melford Roach and some of those guys there. I wondered if there was anybody on the Montserrat team that you liked, and then you kind of patterned yourself after.
Not one.
Not one.
Not one.
You were just yourself.
Just myself. Actually, I must tell you this because I heard about Melville Roach after he went to the States and he came back. I heard that he was a really good, and I've never met him until when I was actually in my climax of the game. Because I've heard of him and so Frank Edwards and these kind of guys.
Right.
We would never really get to source back to actually them, when they was in a prime. You know what I'm saying? So when I heard Melville Roach and Von and Gray and certain kind of guys, I usually get to see them.
Right.
And we spoke and then everything just clicked.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, I have to ask you a question. Now, in the 70s, when you were at your peak, and here you are, you're playing, let's say it's Montserrat playing Antigua, Montserrat playing St. Kitts, and you're at Sturge Park, and you come out to that pavilion, and the crowd roars at you coming out there. What does that feel like? What did that feel like when you were at your peak? Did you feel like a king back then?
No, I never really felt like a king. Because you know why? I never really felt like a king. If I should put it aside, I was scared.
You were scared?
Very scared.
But you didn't let anybody know?
Not at all, not at all. No, I was scared. At that time, it was a gym. It was laughter. I was there now gym. And everybody was looking for, because I had massive, we have our local competition, our local thing like that. And gym was everything around. So they were looking for me to exhibit myself at Sturge Park.
Right.
So that was the most scary part of it. The most scary part of it. But I pulled through.
You pulled through?
I pulled through, yes.
Yes.
I pulled through.
Yeah.
It wasn't easy.
Yes.
And from then, I never really felt happy playing home at Sturge Park.
No?
No. Even when I brushed them, and go over and over. Because it always goes back to me that they were going to kill me.
Right.
If I don't get what they want.
So you felt pressure?
Again, more than pressure.
Wow.
More than pressure.
But you never seemed like you felt pressure, like you were stressed.
Because I never showed it. I never showed it. But who were really with me and know me, that my heart was coming out.
Yes.
Yes. I had to go. If I don't make 100, I can't come back to town.
Right.
Or I can't go. How is it?
Right. So there was a lot of pressure.
A lot of pressure, yes.
Well, from what I recall, the team in the 70s, you had Corriette, you had your brother, and you had some other pretty good cricketers at the time, Sylvester Jubry, Knoll, and some other ones. So the team was fairly solid. I'm not going to say it was the best in the league, but it was fairly solid. But you still felt like you had to hold up the team, in a way.
I was the anchor man.
You were the anchor man.
I was the anchor man. And then that it put a little bit more pressure there because everybody expected Jim was to be there all the time. If I go out to bat and I lost a wicket, the wicket has been lost, and I come into bat, and if they lose me, the whole thing fall apart. So I have to make sure that I'm always in the wicket to make sure that everything goes well.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
if I go out, the whole thing fall down.
Yes.
That's the whole thing problem.
Because several times you got out and the team unraveled and all the wickets fell.
You're true.
Yes.
So true.
I heard an interview. I can't recall if it was. I think it was maybe Michael Findlay, or one of those cricketers from the 70s, and they said that your only fault was that you were very impatient as a batsman. Do you think that's true?
Yes, I would go along with that, yes. Very impatient. And as I goes along, it disappears in a kind of a way. And if I should put it this way, I think my impatience comes from the pressure.
From the pressure?
That was put on me after I joined Combine. Because there I was doing my best. And everyone was trying to, so I lose my patience, really. I won't say put it that I lost my patience of batting. But the pressure that put on me for me to do everything, and it's relaxing in the pavilion. So that's where my impatience comes, and I'll give it away.
Yeah.
So,
Yes. Now, you got a really big opportunity. I think it was in 1978 when you played in the Kerry Packer series, and you played among those greats, Viv Richards, Clive Lloyd, and all these other guys in Australia. What was that like? What was that experience like?
Well, to be honest, it was like a dream come true. Like a dream come true. We have been together, we have played together. All the teams have played together. But this one was really a big occasion, really big. And then I've never been among Clive Lloyd of such. play for Guyana because whenever we play against Guyana combined, so he's always away. He's always Roy Fredericks, the captain of Rohan Kanai, but it was a great experience.
Yeah.
And the experience that was given to me, and I accepted it in Australia. Being amongst such people, he opened me up. He made me feel different.
Right.
And then again, when there was meetings, to sit back in a room, and to listen to Amanda Clyde talking, I was lost, totally lost.
Yeah.
So I couldn't believe.
Were you intimidated?
Not really intimidated. Someday even when it's over, and I go back to Australia, Jim, boy, you will be amongst the room and there is man talk. You never expected to things to happen anyway.
Yes.
So you're not really intimidated. You didn't expect such a thing like a miracle or a dream come true.
Right. Yes, yes. Now, when you played for Montserrat's team, you're facing guys bowlers from Antigua, St. Kitts, Nevis, and these guys. You play for Combine, you're facing a higher caliber of bowlers. I remember you faced guys like Colin Croft and these guys. Now you go to World Series of Cricket, you're facing Lilly and Thompson and Pascoe and these guys. How did you feel? I mean, did you feel any kind of intimidation whatsoever?
I wouldn't say that. It's a different game of cricket. I was facing, and in my first couple of days, weeks there, I couldn't really cope because the standard of cricket was beyond me. I must have to agree to that, but
Right.
And after I graduated, I've faced fast bowlers, of course. I've faced, Garner, Crafty, Andy Vivian, Marshall,
Right.
and
Andy Roberts.
and then Sylvester Clark and Gregory Armstrong and these kind of guys.
Right.
So they didn't really bothered me. Really bothered me is an adjustment.
It's an adjustment.
What I'm going to be facing for the next couple of weeks and months. But
Yes.
you don't really bother me after a while. You don't really bother me.
Now it's obvious that you had natural talent. Would you say you were a disciplined cricketer? Did you work out? Did you practice on your own? How were you as away from the field? Do you think you were a disciplined cricketer?
In a sense, I think so. I was trying to say Rohan Kanai in my coming up. Wild. If you go back to Rohan Kanai, he was a wild. He was certain things when he was batting, and so I was that kind of a person, kind of a guy. After a while, you go up and you mature.
Yes.
So your wildness all goes away, and you start to settle down. Everything comes into place. You're not wild anymore. Even the shots that you played, you forget about that. And then of course it depends on the person of the game. You know what I'm saying? You cut all of that and you just settle down and go.
Right. Now I have to ask you one more thing. What was it like being on the field with your brother?
Well, George?
Yes.
You mean for Leeward against?
Whether it was Leeward or whether it was Montserrat, I mean, it's an accomplishment for one brother to make the team, but for both to make, and you're on the field with your brother. What does that feel like?
I will give you one instance. I would never like to really tell you about it. But, I was a wicket keeper. And me and my brother always had troubles and problems. Even before we made the Montserrat team together, and we played for Leeward Islands and so on. We never with Antilles against, say Corkle, for instance, or Lancing, or one of the cricket teams. He always let him go. I could never drop a catch for him behind the wicket. I could never misfeel it, and we always let him go. And the worst part of it now is when I do something bad, and I was stumping or anything, when he goes home, he will tell my mom. And my mom will say, oh, you are doing it for purpose. And I try my utmost best. And one thing I had to do one time, after we used to end up in war and war, I decided not to wicket keeper in all. Yeah.
You did not keep wicket for him?
That's all. Before we end up in war and problems. I said, no more. I'm not going to wicket keep for you no more. There's somebody else. And then again, the problem comes in. Because nobody wants to wicket keep for him.
Right.
It's a problem.
So he was
Tough guy to get on. Tough.
Yes, he was tough.
And then he was all cricket. Sometimes I would slip up and have a little fun in it. That's he at all. My brother George, from the time he takes that ball, by the time he scores on the wicket, that's yours. From the time we say 5:30 or whatever, no choking at all. Very serious.
Yeah. Do you think he ever envied you in a way because you were such a great batsman? I mean, he was a decent batsman himself. But do you think he ever envied you? Because he started off before you, and I think you sort of took the spotlight.
More than him.
Yes.
Mm.
Do you think maybe deep down inside he sort of envied you a little bit?
To be honest with you, he never really came to me.
No?
We make the Liverans team together. We make together. And we go together. But as you asked that question, he's going to take me back. If it really did happen, that he had this kind of a thing. You know, and after we come home together, in the same house, we let him. So he never really comes.
No?
No.
Okay. Well, right now I'd like to talk about a little bit of a sad topic, and that's the episode where you got hit in the eye. How did it happen?
Well, he was practicing grammar school.
You were practicing at grammar school?
Then he just actually happened. You know, I get in the eye after the United States for eye surgery and so on.
When you got hit in the eye, did you know immediately it was bad?
Not really. I thought it was something a little minor thing, until when after a few days, I was kept in the hospital, and they said, we rushed to it. Then from the little cock of the baby, God was to rush.
You were never the same after that?
No.
Was it that your vision was impaired, or was it that you were now gun shy about facing fast bowling? And because you did play after that.
I did play after that, yes, I came back. Well, to be honest with you, everything had already gone. Because there's no way I was going to be going back to the position I used, because I was a pace man. Fast bowling was my thing, that's what I'm saying.
Yes.
And then he shook me up. That was the end.
That was the end of it.
Yeah.
That must have been tough to handle.
Actually, I'll be honest with you, when I came up from the States, it was my intention of really going back, but to me it was not over. For me to go back, let's show that I could do the kind of thing that you do with my complete two eyes. It was no fun. I think right now, going back, it was pure stupidity.
Right.
So I was trying to go back to please, all what. So I said, no, don't get long time in it.
Yes.
I'll get my injury.
Yeah. There's so many. You played for quite a while. I think you played from the time you joined Montserrat's team. I think you played maybe about 13, 14 years. You played for Montserrat. You played for Leeward Islands. You played for Combine Islands. You played in England. You played for the Kerry Packer series.
Right,
Is there one innings that you played that stands out in your mind to this day? That you said that was where I was most focused and I was at my best at that time?
You have put me in a spot. Yes, so many beautiful innings I've played in my career. Beautiful innings, And I don't really know how to answer that question, because some years ago, if I'm not boring you, there was a certain guy I haven't seen for ages, and I've heard about his name, Vernon Greer, from St. Peter's here.
Yeah.
And he went to the States. He was very good as a fast bowler. And he came back and he played, and he get the Montserrat for the team again. And he was supposed to play the following morning against St. Kitts. And somehow he got killed. Some road thing.
Yeah.
So the same morning, we were supposed to play against St. Kitts and Antigua Park. The game started, and I was the wicket-keeper. Then after a while, I just couldn't cope. I dropped all the catches, I missed, can't keep, I can't think. Something is wrong here. And everybody knows that we were very, very close. And then after I went to bat, St. Kitts made some runs went to bat. And then the batting wasn't there. It took me apart.
Yeah.
And then I said, Gordon, all these years, you say you have never seen me bat. You have never seen me do nothing. I'm going to give you something. And then the second night I said, okay. I started to bat. And the coach said, because this is not the gym that you've seen for the past couple of days, it's something,
Right.
I said, I'm going to pick myself up. I'm going to dust myself off. And then I started to bat. And when I scored the 100 against St. Kitts, I said, Vernon Greer, this century is for you. You already bury him off. Bury him off, I think. I said, Vernon Greer, you have never seen me bat. And this 100 is for you.
It's for you.
And the 53 is for Montserrat. That was that.
And the victor's Montserrat. Okay.
I give it up. I went back to the public.
Right.
I said, wherever you are,
That's for you.
that is it.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
Yes.
What?
And
What?
I could remember that was, to me, it was best I've scored centuries. But it meant something to me that we have lost a man. Because, and then the morning he was coming to play the game, you know. The morning he was coming to play the game, I get knifed up and get criticism.
Right.
You know, and I just won't take it.
Right.
You know, and I say, wherever you are, this 100 is for you.
It's for you.
And 153 I scored. He said, Montserrat, 51 is for you. Just finish with that.
Yes. I got you. I got you. What do you think, as a batsman, was your greatest asset?
As a batsman,
Was it concentration? Was it vision? Was it? There has to be some edge that each great batsman has.
the eyes,
Your eyes.
very important.
In other words, you can pick up that.
And again, what helps you with your eyes is a wicket keeping. You know what the ball is doing, you know what the wicket is doing, you know where the dog, left to right, Very good.
So it's your eyesight.
Visual, very good.
Yeah.
Very important. Very important.
Very important. Okay. Wow. I gotta ask you now. Later on, your son Devon
Rakatang.
made Rakatang. He made the West Indies side and was a very good player. How did you feel? Were you proud when you saw him make the side?
More than proud, father and son. It's like going back in my days, two brothers. You know, so, I don't know, something must have gone wrong. Why we don't continue to, you know, okay, let's follow the door, so tight. You know, I was looking to see how we get up and go on with something. I felt proud.
Right, right. You felt very proud. Yes.
Father and son.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
What is?
You played with your brother, and then you watched your own son make the team.
Of course.
So that has to be very, very, a proudful moment. My last question now is, if there was one regret you have in your cricketing career, what would it be? Obviously, we know the eye injury was unfortunate, and that would be anyone's regret. But other than that, is there one regret that you had control over that you regret?
What else? You start from school, you make the master cricket team, you make the advanced cricket team, you make the combined cricket team. Where else do you go from there? Up top?
Exactly.
West Indies cricket
West Indies cricket team.
Of course.
You regret that you didn't make it
All the time.
up to this day.
I thought I went very close, but something fails me. Something failed me. That was, you know, when you go through.
Right.
When you reach that kind of stage and you kind of say that you bypass, your next step should be the West Indies.
Should be the West Indies cricket team. Some people might say, well, here you were in the Kerry Packer series, you were among the West Indies team. You were among all these guys who had played on the team. You still feel like you wanted to wear that white uniform with the West Indies team?
Common sense. Even though you play Packer cricket, there's something there. But that little, the blaze and the West Indies cap.
And the cap.
World to you more Packer.
Right.
Honestly. And since then again, going back, you will find all the guys have played with Packer is past. You know, they are past West Indies cricketers and present. And see, I was not the only one there who wear the cap.
Yes.
You know, even though you might not really say it,
Yeah.
after a while you feel it.
You feel it.
There you were with Clive Schubert line, pass, David Holford decided to come down, right down, and me, Paul Jim. No past and no present. I was left out.
You were left out. Right.
Completely.
Yes,
You know
yes.
what I'm saying?
Is it hurtful?
After a while,
Yes.
you feel like, and no, at my age now,
Yeah.
you know, Montserrat is going to be seeing it.
Right.
I'm listening to music.
So that's your one regret.
Nothing that I eat straight and don't get to see it.
Yes.
I'm sure you would as a Montserrat, isn't it?
Yes,
You
absolutely.
love to see a Montserrat. Look at Anglia, they are beating us. And the West Indies cricket.
Yeah.
It's starting for me to go into my home
Yes.
and don't see, you know, the present 11, you know, and don't. You know, they were taking everything. All I wanted was to see that my dream come true. The West Indies selection. I should love really as well.
Yes.
As a Montserrat. The type of thing, don't you?
Yes.
You would have loved to see Montserrat on West Indies.
Yes. Well, Jim, I could tell you this. I've been all over the United States, and whenever I go to cricket matches, there's always somebody there. Whenever I say I'm from Montserrat, the first thing they say is Jim Allen.
Really?
Jim Allen. I talk to people from St. Kitts, people from the Virgin Islands, people from Antigua, and they all remember you. So even though you may not have made the West Indies team, you left your mark. You definitely left your mark. And up to this day, anytime I mention I'm from Montserrat, there's two people they mention. They mention Arrow and they mention Jamalin. So you have absolutely nothing to be ashamed of. You made your mark. Thank you very much for speaking with me today. Okay, thank you.